this is your lesson on how to read notes on the musical staff. Reading notes as a musician is really helpful because it's kind of like learning how to read English or any other language. We use the written sheet music as musicians to communicate with each other, to make it easier to explain or to show how we want music to sound. This will be really important if you are interested ever in arranging music for video games, where you have to have an orchestra perform what you've written, or maybe you are writing out the notes or like a synthesizer to play all of the instruments. By the way, video game music is amazing, and it's a big part of the whole music industry world that a lot of us don't often see. But that video game music is amazing, as you know, and it's also a huge part of our lives, and a lot of musicians end up becoming composers for video game music. That's pretty fun. Back to reading notes. The first thing that we need to know is something called the musical alphabet. The musical alphabet is simply A, B, C, U, D, E, F, and G. When we get to G, we repeat everything again. So then it goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, etc., etc., etc. You might have noticed that on your piano, on your keyboard, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Those are the only letters that we use. We know that our musical alphabet is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now we need some way to show those notes on a written page. They created something that we call our staff. Our musical staff is 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what the staff does is gives a place for every letter in the musical alphabet. Lower on the staff is low sounds. So our low sounds are down here, and then higher sounds appear up here. If I were to play, say this is a note here, and then this, going up, as you can see, I start low and get higher. Low on the page equals low notes, lower on the keyboard. Higher on the page, higher notes. Then we need to know where every letter of the alphabet lives on the staff. Our musical note A lives in the 2nd space. And then the notes simply go in alphabetical order, alternating between line and space. That's A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's all there is to it. Now, what about these notes, you say? Well, we have to go backwards. So we're gonna go backwards in our alphabet. G, F, E, D, and then we end up at this thing we call a ledger line, which is the staff continued, but we don't want to have thousands and thousands of lines across our page. So we just have these lines that we add as needed as we go down. And that's our note C. And then we need B and A. Here we have low to high. I just made it go this way because I ran out of space, right? So low, it really would make more sense if I started going up like this. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. That's how it works. What you will hear are people giving you something called a mnemonic device. Our mnemonic devices are sayings that help us remember patterns or formulas, right? This is pretty common to hear. Every good boy deserves fudge. So that's our E, G, B, D, F. That's for the 5 lines of the staff. So remember, there's a note on every line or space. So that means if I had a note right here, it would be E. If I had a note right here, G. If I had a note here, B. Then a note here, D. And then a note here would be F. So that's every good boy deserves fudge. You can use your hand to help you remember. Every good boy deserves fudge. Every good boy deserves fudge. 5 lines, 5 fingers. Then we have spaces. So in these spaces, it's easy. Face in the space. F-A-C-E. So if I had a note here, it'd be F. If I had a note here, it'd be A. If it was here, it'd be C. And then if it was here, I'll go here. E. So that's F-A-C-E. Every good boy deserves fudge. F-A-C-E. That's all you have to know. Let's get rid of these notes and practice. If I had a note here, it usually will look something like this. Every, that'd be E. Then we find it on our piano. E, good, that's G, find it on our piano. G, boy, B, find it on piano. Deserves, you'll notice my stem is gonna start pointing down now. That's just to make it easier to read. If we had stems that kept going up, it would go crazy. That's D, every good boy deserves. And then fudge, F. Nice, now we have our next F, another F, right? F, A, C, and then E. F, facing the space. F, A, C, E. All right, that's all there is to it. It's the alphabet put on lines. Pretty easy. Have fun giving it a try, and I'll see you in the next lesson.